Until just a couple of years ago, cutting the cord meant making a lot of sacrifices. Back then, there just wasn't that much TV to watch, and if you were a sports fan, forget about it. But that's all changed. Now is a great time to cut cable or satellite for internet TV. But like all things, there's an easy way to do it, and then there's the not so easy way. Here's how to cut the cord the right way. Step 0. Make sure your internet connection can support streaming. It takes a lot of bandwidth to begin with, and the more people who are streaming, the more 4K video streaming you might do, the more bandwidth you need. Make sure you've got at least 10 megabits per second service. I actually recommend 50 megabits per second, or better if you can get it. That should be good enough for most families that might do 4K streaming or have multiple people watching on different devices at a time. If you're not sure what kind of bandwidth you're supposed to be getting, check with your internet provider. Next, test your internet connection. I like to use testmy.net and test during peak hours because that's probably when you'll be watching too. If you aren't getting anywhere near the speed you were promised, talk to your provider. But even if you are close, say 25 to 30 megabits per second, you should be okay. Okay, so now that we know your internet's all set up, the next thing you want to do is choose an antenna. We've got the Mohu Blade, their latest, right here. It's about 40 bucks. It's super slim and felt. It'll even hang on the wall, but you don't have to spend that much for a great antenna. If you live relatively close to broadcast towers, you can go with a $10 antenna and still pull in great reception. An antenna is going to get you all your over-the-air local network stations, including ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, even the good old CW. This is great for sports and news. Plus, there's a ton of substations as well, which provide all kinds of retro TV shows like, well, we have old school Superman here. And there's other content you might be interested in too. Of course, there will be plenty you don't want to watch, but you can remove stations you never watch on most TVs to make channel flipping more convenient. Smart TVs with the streaming apps built right into them have gotten really good over the last few years, but at the end of the day, nothing beats a set-top box. And this streaming set-top box from Amazon, the Amazon Fire TV Cube, is for our money the best one out there. It'll even control your entire entertainment system with voice commands. With that said, you can get a simple Roku streaming stick or Amazon Fire TV stick for 40 bucks or less and have all the streaming features you need. And don't forget, there's also the Apple TV 4K if you're one of the Apple faithful crowd, but just keep in mind that'll set you back a lot more money. Here's the Fire TV Cube, and you'll notice that the interface puts Amazon's content first, but you can access all your favorite apps, and if you do a search for content you want to watch, show me Charlize Theron movies. It will show you options and where to watch them. Dig a little deeper, and you can find out how much it will cost you on which platforms. That includes watching for free when you subscribe to a service that has what you want. And like I said, this device will control your whole entertainment system too. Just tell it to watch ESPN and it'll turn on your TV and get you to the right channel in no time. That leads us to our next step. Pick your streaming services. For our money, the best 3 out there are Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu. And if you want live TV, we like both PlayStation Vue and Sling TV, with DirecTV now a close second. Netflix brings you some of the best original programming, like Ozark, Stranger Things, and Glow. Amazon is quickly catching up, though, with plenty of its own great original programming. There's some crossover with Netflix, but Amazon has a lot of kids' programming you won't find elsewhere. Hulu is where you're going to go to get all of your network TV shows that you just can't miss. You do have to wait for a day, sometimes 2, to get at them, but if you step up to their live streaming TV service, you can watch live or use their cloud DVR service. If all you want is live streaming TV, check out Sling TV. It offers great packages and cloud DVR, much like you're used to with cable, but with a fresher interface. PlayStation Vue offers more of the same, and DirecTV Now, well, it's basically satellite TV service over internet. No matter how you like to mix it up, if you stick to the basic principle of combining over-the-air TV with excellent streaming hardware over a solid internet connection with the best streaming services, you can make the transition from cable or satellite to streaming TV without missing a beat.